y'all. This morning we're making a Bahamian breakfast staple. We're making tuna and grits. I just realized, I was searching YouTube and I realized that not a lot of people post this recipe, probably because it's so simple and you should be able to make it. But truthfully, some of you may not be able to make it. For years, I didn't know how to make grits and I finally learned. So today I'm going to show you and we can make breakfast together, Bahamian style. Anyway, come make tuna and grits with me. Tuna and grits, we need tuna, green bell pepper, onions, some type of pepper. This is my pepper sauce, mayo, and the obligatory avocados to go on the side. And then you need grits. This is yellow polenta, but it cooks just like grits. So if you can find this in your local store, if you're not home and can get grits from the store, this does just fine, and you'll see how I cook it. Would you believe me if I told you that I never knew how to make grits? I only recently learned how to make grits, maybe 2 years ago. It was during a funeral time at home. My mother-in-law was making food for everyone, breakfast for everyone, and she taught me how to make grits. She never gave me any measurements, anything like that, but she did tell me what to look for, and so today I'll show you what to look for. So in this pot, I have roughly 1.5 cups of water, and the ratio of grits to water is supposed to be 1 to 3. So while the water is boiling, you want to go ahead and salt your water. You want to salt pretty generously. So I'm going to use like I'd say it's like 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And then I'll stir that in and taste it to see where we're at, if we need more, if I should add more water to, you know, cut down the salt. I think you could use a touch more salt, so I'll do just a pinch more. And then that's that. And then this pot is gonna cover and boil, and then we'll add our grits in. And although my kids weren't born in the Bahamas, I make sure that they, you know, are fully indoctrinated in the culture, and this is one of the ways that I do that. I make sure that they have Bahamian food to eat. Okay, now our water is at a vigorous boil, so we're gonna pour some grits in here. See, when you raise the spoon, you want to see about an equal distribution of grits and water, like when you pick up a random spoon. So just need a little bit more grits on there. That's good. So then, yeah, see, it look half grits, half water when you lift up a random spoon. So we're gonna stir this a little bit, just for a little while, and then we're gonna cover it to boil. Yep. And then we're gonna turn our heat down to about 4 and just let that cook. Now let's make the tuna. Now for the tuna, I get tuna in water. So I'm gonna open this, drain out all that water, and then put it in a bowl. When I saw you first, I knew you was the one for me. You were very fine, very true, and so sexy. Saw you watching me from straight across the room. I knew you was the one. I knew I had to take you. Me to Ilustra, me to Inagra. So because it's boiling, the pressure's gonna build up and that's gonna boil over. So what you wanna do is you wanna crack your pot so that your grits and your water don't spill it onto your stove. It just boiled up just now and they catch it. That's why all this grits on here, but you wanna leave it crack. All right, now. I got the hammer, I'll walk a speed. Come go with me, pay money. Sing it, y'all, come on. So now you can see we have our tuna and our onion. And so now let's season it. So you want to take about a half a lime, depending on how big your lime is. And you're gonna go ahead and chew this lime out of it. You can play porking with these. Wow. So I'm probably gonna have to use the whole lime because this lime is very, very not juicy. Not juicy. Let me cut it in another quarter, see if I can get more juice. All right. You're gonna have to taste it and see if that's enough lime. But for now, that's lime. You wanna get some salt. Make sure my hands dry. And then you wanna take about a good pinch. And just season your fish. That looks like enough. And then your pepper, whatever pepper you have. I have pepper sauce that my mom made for me. Shout out Heather. You just take a little bit of pepper. I can put very little bit because I have babies eating this. So that much. And I drop it in. But your pepper preference is up to you. How much pepper you want is how much you want. And then mayo. It's a mayo. I'd say about 2.5 tablespoons of mayo for 1 can. Depending on how you like your tuna. It's all about preference, really. Most Bahamian cooking is. So, go ahead and mix it in. Definitely need some more mayo. Looking a little dry. Probably gonna need some more lime too. Alright, let's get more mayo. Yep, now it's coming together. Alright, now let me taste it. Tastes like tuna. I can get black pepper. Black pepper. So there you have it. Tuna salad. If you like more mayo, you could add more mayo. I think it's pretty limey enough, but if you like yours extra limey, add more lime. But that's basically it. Super easy, super simple. There you have it, folks. Now let's check on our grits. It's coming along. I can stir it a little bit. And now that most of that water's boiled out, I can go ahead and put the top back on and let it really cook. And so I'll leave this to simmer for like 10 minutes at this point, and it should be ready to go. And serve tuna and grits with a slice of pear. If you know anything about grits, you know you have to eat it when it's hot. So let's taste it. Tastes like home. This may actually be the best tuna and grits I ever make. Anyway, let me go feed my family. My kid's hungry. I gotta go. Bye. I come from down home. That's where the island folks be.